But this is being pushed at the governmental level. Then, in this kind of middle ground, at a school in Minnesota, so it's not quite the government, but it sort of is the government, it's public, and it's education is coercive. There's a middle school teacher who is teaching children who are 11 to 13 years old, who is basing at least one of his lesson plans around praising a transvestite prostitute. Now that we have Zoom school, now that people aren't really going into classrooms, you can watch some of these lessons. Take a listen to Mr. Perucco's Person of the Day.
So I apologize for the very long wait for our suggester, but Perucco's Person of the Day is Marsha P. Johnson. So if you don't know much about Marsha P. Johnson, they were known as a fierce advocate for gay rights, as an AIDS activist, and a self-identified drag queen. In addition to all of their advocacy, Marsha was also well known for their presence at the Stonewall Uprising and the subsequent demonstrations throughout Greenwich Village that protested the police raids that had been taking place at local gay gathering places. Johnson's work paved the way for a louder and more prominent voice in the injustices that were being done in and to the gay community. The interesting part here is that Johnson himself was actually discriminated against by the community for being a drag queen. In 1973, the committee in charge of a pride parade said that they were not going to allow drag queens at the march because they felt that they were giving the community a bad name.
That's actually a very telling aspect. I mean, first of all, this lesson plan is obviously not suitable for 11-year-olds. You should not be paying tax money and sending your kids to schools so that your 11-year-old can hear hagiographies of transvestite prostitutes. That's crazy. But what he says there at the end is he says, actually, the gay community in the 70s didn't really like this guy because they thought it was like kind of just too weird. It was too out there for the kind of activism they were doing. And you see this same kind of issue today. I mean, all of us have gay friends, know gay people, and I have yet to encounter one of them who say, yeah, this whole transgender movement where you're forcing kids to learn this crazy ideology and question their sex and sometimes go on puberty blockers, that's great. Oh yeah, man, I love that. That's terrific. No, of course, and there was that tension going back to the 70s, but right now, the left, the mainstream left, schools, corporations, the government is pushing this kind of ideology on children. And it actually goes up all the way to the federal level. If you enjoyed that video, be sure to hit the subscribe button so everyone wading through the wasteland of YouTube knows that we've got the absolute top content out there.